Oh, yeah. This is the chapter y'all been waiting for, family. We at chapter 10 of Voices of Gehenna. Wow. 10th chapter. And many more to come. Y'all just bear with me. Yeah, I'm excited to read this chapter, family. Y'all gonna love this chapter. I mean, it's gonna be an epic chapter, and that's all I have to say. So I hope y'all enjoy the story as I narrate this story. Voices of Gehenna, written by me, Akbin, and narrated by me. You know, when I wrote this chapter, it took a lot of energy out of me. When you're doing something creative, it will drain your energy, but it's worth it though, because you're doing something that you like to do. But yeah, family, here we go. Voices of Gehenna, chapter 10. I know y'all been waiting for it. I've been talking about it and promoting it. So here we go, family. I'm gonna get ready to read this awesome chapter, the 10th installment of Voices of Gehenna, as we continue the adventure of Benjamin Boaz Hill, who is a criminal psychologist who inmates at GSP prison, or Gehenna State Prison, which is located in a remote part of the southwestern part of Louisiana. Excuse me, it's Salakia, southwestern United States. You see, I'm so excited. I'm saying Louisiana, y'all. Excuse me, Salakia. Excuse me, I meant to say the southwestern part of the United States, not Louisiana. You see? Ooh, I'm getting ahead of myself, yeah, family. But hey, you gotta have a little humor, you know. You gotta have a little humor, especially around this time of the year, man. I mean, this is a dreadful time of the year, you know. A lot of people got that holiday stress, but we don't have to worry about that, though. Those of us that's in the truth, all praise to the Most High, you know. And that doesn't mean we are better than those who are lost in the world. I just want to put that message out there, because we was once lost, family. I was once lost. Brother Moshe, me, I was once lost. But I thank the Most High in Christ for freeing me from this holiday buffoonery. You know, just like I thank the Most High in Christ for freeing y'all and waking y'all up. Continue to endure, saints. Continue to endure. Yeah. But all right, family, let's get this on the way. Voices of Gehenna, chapter 10. Let's do it. Let's get it. All righty. Voices of Gehenna, chapter 10. Let's get straight into that. I decided to head down to the level 4 section of the prison. I had some time to spare after my previous interviews. So far, Captain Red Rum is a maniac. Rafe Fist seems to only care about those who are strong. And Lightbulb Head is a royal buffoon. I have never been down to level 4 yet. I headed to the elevator and pressed the button. I made it down to level 4, and the entrance had 2 huge gargoyles standing by the front. The gargoyles had to be at least 12 to 15 feet tall. They were statues, and I doubt they were real. This level was huge, and I spotted some of the guards carrying heavy guns. They even had some guards piloting combat mech suits. Damn, the inmates down here must be some serious business. While I was walking and exploring the cells, I was approached by 2 Broganite prison guards. "Excuse me, sir. Do you have clearance to venture here?" one of the guards asked. I have shown him my ID and badge. "I have clearance to proceed to this level." "Thank you for showing me your ID, Mr. Hill. Be careful of your surroundings while touring this level. The entities down here are dangerous, the broken night guard said. I nodded at him. Oh, I already know, bro. By the way, can you tell me where's old Rolandvac cell is located? I requested. The guard pointed to the further part of the level. His cell is located in the further section of level 4. Don't worry, he will not be able to get out. His cell is guarded by 3 steel doors. You will have to unlock all 3 to get access to his cell. Wow, old Rolandvac is that dangerous, huh? Yeah, but he usually just be quiet most of the time. We have a surveillance system that monitors him, the guard replied. I decided to venture off to old Rolandvac's cell. I had to walk down a few corridors, and I noticed that the cells had information about the inmates on the doors and walls. Most of the inmates were classified as a major threat. One of the cells read, "Fury Man, don't disturb." I didn't see what he looked like because his cell had a steel door. Fury Man was an entity that was full of rage, and his strength and durability are off the charts. They had a description of his appearance on his cell door. The entity resembled a human with red skin and stands about 6'4" tall. I wouldn't think it would be wise for me to interview Fury Man without asking the warden first. I came across old Rolandvac's cell. I spotted Warden Jabril, August Daisy Wynn, Jeremiah Wisebeard, and a scientist standing by the cell. I wondered what was going on in his cell. I approached the party, and the warden noticed me. "Should you be in your work area, Mr. Hill?" he asked with a stern tone. I decided to visit this level since I have clearance. My next interview isn't until 3 in the afternoon. Don't worry, Warden Jabril. I will not try to cause any trouble down here, I answered. You wanted to come to see what old Rolandvac is up to. You can't fool me, Benny. Your curiosity is a strong trait. You better tread lightly in Gehenna, Warden Jabril advised. Yeah, I wanted to see his cell and know about him. One of the guards told me that the entrance of his cell is protected by 3 huge sliding doors. Jeremiah Wisebeard intervened. That's correct, Mr. Hill. The doors are thick layers of steel watered by powerful fey magic. Old Rolandvac isn't getting out of here, no matter how powerful he is. My wisdom and the wisdom of the scientists at GSP is a force of reckoning. Since you're down here, Mr. Hill, you might as well watch my experiment that I am about to partake in, the scientist said. Please just call me Benny, I replied to the scientist. Oh, well, my manners. I am Dr. Robert Spark, a scientist on this level of the prison. You could call me Dr. Spark. It's great to meet you, Dr. Spark, I replied while shaking his hand. Dr. Spark was an African-American man in his early 30s. He stood at 5'10" and was slim. He wore glasses and had a strange medallion around his neck. The medallion was an ornate necklace made out of gold. In the center of it was a huge red ruby. What kind of experiment will you be performing today, Dr. Spark? I asked. Dr. Spark adjusts his glasses. Today, we will be sending in some Squad D members and guards inside Rolandvac's cell. The SD members will be attempting to clean his cell. We will watch the activity on the monitor, he mentioned while pointing to a huge screen. Did you approve of this experiment? Warden Jabril? I asked. Yes, and truly, I don't care how it turns out. Old Rolling Back might attack the SD members and might try to attempt to escape. Warden Jabril replied. I doubt he will, because old Rolling Back see himself as the king of level 4, August Daisy Wind mentioned. Seriously, August? Old Rolling Back has that much clout down here? I asked. Yeah, Benny. Most of the inmates on this level and the other levels revere old Rolling Back. He's like a triple OG among the entities down here. Some prisoners vow to serve him. If he were to get out, they are foolish because old Rolling Back is only out for himself. If you're not part of his circle, then you are nothing but common trash to him, August answered. Dr. Spark and Jeremiah Wisebeard signaled the guards to send in the SD inmates. Warden Jabril activated the huge sliding doors at the terminal. Each door had a terminal and required a key code to be entered. The first door was green, the second yellow, and the final door was red. The SD inmates were being escorted by armed guards. I have a bad feeling about this, one of the inmates shouted in fear. It's too late, and there's no turning back. Remember, if you survive this test, your sentence will be reduced, Dr. Spark said. Bullshit. You know this already, Dr. Spark. This isn't an experiment. This is a fucking slaughter, another inmate protested. You will do as you told, or I will terminate you where you stand. Most of you are criminals and are beyond redeemable. Tommy, you are a serial killer that killed over 15 women. I do not pity what will happen to you once you enter Rolling Back's cell. Roger, you kill your grandparents and your parents. Harry and Dennis, the bank robbing brothers. You and your crew robbed a bank in Flagstaff. Your gang had killed all the hostages at that bank. A shootout took place between you and law enforcement. Your crew died, but you and your brother Dennis escaped until y'all were apprehended, Warden Jabril acknowledged. I hope all Rolling Back tears their asses apart, an inmate shouted from a distance. Hey, keep quiet, Gripper, a guard demanded. I'm assuming that was Gripper the Clown shouting, I asked. Yeah, that was Gripper. Gripper the Clown is a supporter of old Rolling Back, August mentioned. The 4 SD inmates entered old Rolling Back's cell. I was watching the footage on the screen on the wall. Old Rolling Back's cell wasn't normal. His cell was like an exhibit at a zoo. It was almost like a mini forest up in there. In the center was a huge tree. I also spotted a pool filled with spring water. The grass was green and perfect. Did y'all design this cell for him? I asked Warden Jabril. No, we didn't. This is all Rolling Back's doing. He used his ability to grow a damn fate hollow in his cell. We tried to kill all the trees, flowers, and fruits in his garden. We used some of the deadliest poisons. They would work, but old Rolling Back restores his plants within a few hours. Holy moly! I guess old Rolling Back loves to take care of his garden, I replied. He may be an elder fate, but he's still a dryad. Dryads love to tend to nature and value their trees. We know better not to try to harm Rolling Back's tree. We attempt to before, and it ended terribly. We lost 20 guards that day, Warden Jabril mentioned. The inmates were trimming certain vines in Roland Vack's cell. One of them even had a pushing lawnmower and was cutting grass. Harry and Dennis were walking around the clearing. Hey, Harry, do you think old Roland Vack sees us? Dennis asked. Of course he does, Dennis. Don't be afraid of him. Old Roland Vack isn't going to harm us, Harry answered. Maybe we should try to make a deal with him. I heard he has the power to grant boons and special gifts to people, Dennis mentioned. Yeah, brother, but we have nothing to offer him. If we attempt to make a deal with old Roland Vack, the guards will know. Also, that asshole of a warden is watching us. I hate that golden eyes motherfucker. I hate that golden eyes motherfucker, Harry replied. Not as much as the bitch who caught us. That vampire bounty hunter cunt needs to die. If it wasn't for her, we could have been living our best lives in Mexico, Dennis said. What's done is done, brother. The Willis gang is no more. The Willis brothers made a mark in bank robbing history. We robbed over 8 banks in the states of New Mexico and Arizona, Harry acknowledged. Tommy was shaking, nervous, and acting paranoid. Man, did y'all hear that, man? Did y'all hear that? Heard what? Roger asked while stopping the lawnmower. I heard someone calling my name by that huge tree, Tommy said. Dude, you're just nervous. Relax and stay frosty. This old Roland Vack bastard is probably sleeping and doesn't care what we do to his grass. Roger replied. I watched the footage with the crew. I had a bad feeling about this because the SD inmates were nervous. Tommy keeps looking at the huge tree in the center of Roland Vack's cell. All of a sudden, he walks up to the tree and something strange happened. A huge face appeared in the center of the tree. Tommy! 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 The voice from the tree shouted. We have to get the fuck out of here, man! Guards! Guards! Let us out of this monster cell! Tommy begged. You call me a monster? Child of the dirt! Let me show you something, Tommy Watson, the voice from the tree said. Tommy was entangled by roots coming from the ground. He was screaming in horror as the roots grabbed hold of him. Harry and Dennis tried to run. They were caught in the snares by old Roland Vack. Roger was begging the guards to come into the cell and rescue them. Sir, should we save them? A guard asked Warden Jabril. No, let Roland Vack have his offering, Warden Jabril replied in a cold tone. You dare to defile my sanctuary. You human filth will learn not to disrespect an elder fay like myself. You will fear the name of old Roland Vack. Tommy was struggling to break free. Please, old Roland Vack, let me go. I promise never to disrespect you again, Tommy pleaded. Yeah, let us go, man. Dr. Spock is responsible for sending us here, Harry yelled in fear. Oh, Dr. Spock, one of the scientists that tried to experiment on me. His vain experiments are futile. He will never dismantle a powerful being like me. For I defy even the gods of death, old Rollenback boasted. I watched in horror as the face on the tree was talking to the inmates. This whole scene reminds me of the Living Forest stage on Mortal Kombat 2. Dr. Spark, is that huge tree all rolling back? I asked. Not quite, Benny. That huge tree is just part of his power. He might be inside the tree and using his magic to create the face, Dr. Spark said. Tommy Watson, let me show you the work of art you have created, old Rollenback mentioned. Old Rollenback used his power to cast a vision on Tommy. Tommy was seeing all his victims surrounding him. The women were wailing and crying. Some of them had angry looks with eyes of rage. Tommy was shaking with fear. The women resembled zombies. Look at your work. Cherish what you have created with your victims. Some of them you sent to damnation. Some of them you doomed to walk in limbo eternally. Hear the cries of the victims. Please make it stop. Oh, Rolling Back, make it stop. I will do anything, Tommy begged. The huge face in the tree smirked. What do you have to offer me? I have nothing to offer. Wait, I will give you my soul. You can take my soul and I will serve you forever, Tommy pleaded. Old Rollenback chuckled. Very well then, Tommy. I accept your offer. Too bad your soul is too tainted. I'm afraid I will have to use another method to fulfill this trade-off. Wait, what do you mean, old Rollenback? Tommy asked. Old Rollenback used the roots to drain Tommy's life force. He shoved roots down his throat, ears, and eyes. I watched it in horror on the screen. It was like a horror movie from the 80s. The vines entangled Tommy as he screamed in terror. They drained him until an empty husk of him was only left. Holy moly! Those vines and roots just sucked him dry, I shouted. Benny, you just witnessed the terror of old Rollenback. Do not pity Tommy because he killed many innocent women. I'm glad this world will not have to see him again. See this as justice being served strangely, August Daisy Wind mentioned. Brilliant! This is incredible! Dr. Spark laughed. I see you enjoying this experiment, one Jabril scoffed at Dr. Spark. Yeah, it was stupendous to see old Rollenback execute Tommy Watson. Please send me more SD inmates down here for my experiments. Gehenna is full of hungry monsters. Dr. Spark replied with glee and laughter. Most of you scientists here are mad men. I'm surprised the IFIB doesn't place some of you in a cell here, one Jabril mentioned. No, come on, Sakarael. Come on, Sakarael. Don't be a party stopper. The IFIB needs my intelligence, and the director knows my capabilities. I am here to stay, Sakarael. Dr. Spark replied with a chuckle. That's Warden Sakarael Jabril, Robert. This is my prison, and you will show me some respect. Cross me, and I will place you in a cell myself, Juan Jabril demanded. All right, I'll get it. Juan Jabril, stop being all moody, sir, and let's continue to watch the show. Don't push your luck, Dr. Spark. We continue to watch the footage on the show. Excuse me. We continue to watch the footage on the screen. Tommy was dead, and the brothers were still being held by old Roland Vack's snares. Roger was running for his life. Old Roland Vack put an end to Roger by summoning a huge plant-like monster. The monster had spit some kind of toxin at Roger. The toxin paralyzed him, and the monster works its way up to him. The plant monster had started eating Roger alive. Oh God, no! Please, no! No! Oh God, no! Help me! Help me! Bits of flesh and gore were dripping from the monster's maw. Excuse me. Bits of flesh and gore were dripping from the monster's maw. Old Roland Vack focuses his attention on Dennis and Harry, the Willis brothers. They were trembling in fear, and Dennis shitted himself. Damn humans, always shitting on my sanctuary when they are afraid. Dennis Willis, you're not as tough as you think you are. This isn't a bank. This isn't a bank. You're in my face hollow. You defile my hollow with your human excrement, old Roland Vack explained. Let me and my brother go. We have no trouble with you, Mr. Roland Vack, Harry pleaded. Do you make demands on me, human? You're nothing but dust compared to me. Your species are still considered to be primitive by higher beings. Your species are still engaging in conflict over trivial things, religion, race, politics, status, and many other things keep your kind from evolving. To me, you are all useless cattle that deserves to be slaughtered. I agree with everything you're saying, old Roland Vack. Our species are savage to each other. Dennis and I did some horrible shit that we are not proud of. My brother and I were dealt a shitty hand in life. We grew up in a trailer park that was filled with meth labs and meth heads. Our mother was addicted to meth. Dennis and I had gotten into many fights at school. We didn't tolerate other students calling our mother a meth whore, Harry mentioned. Your mother was a whore. She would sell her worthless body to any man for a fix of meth. Your father left your mother after Dennis turned 5. He left your mother for a woman that he was screwing for 5 months. He ends up marrying this woman and started a new family. They reside in Colorado and are happy. You and your brother have a strong resentment toward your father, old Roland Vack admitted. The Willis brothers were shocked and terrified at the same time. They couldn't believe that the elder fate known as old Roland Vack was telling them about themselves. How do you know all this about us? You have just met us, Dennis said. The elder face grinned and chuckled. I know many things about the inmates here at Gehenna. Just because I am confined to this cell doesn't mean I don't gather information. I have ears and eyes everywhere. As soon as you stepped on my soul, the roots gave me all the info I needed about you and your brother. I know everything about the Willis brothers. I know all your deep, dark secrets that you will take to your graves. Please, just let us go. We didn't ask you to come here, and forgive us for disturbing your slumber. Then it said, 2 sacrifices so far today. I think one more offering will satisfy me. So, which one of you will be sacrificed for me? Or rolling back asked in a sinister tone. You can't be serious. Please, spare us all, rolling back. Dennis pleaded. Harry grunted and gritted his teeth. Take me and spare Dennis. We are good as dead anyway. We will never see the light of day again. I have nothing to lose, old rolling back. I have no wife or children, and so my life is forfeit unto you. Brother, no. I'm the one who should be taken. I shit in my fucking pants. I think he wants to take me regardless. I am the older brother and have disgraced you, Harry. I am the one who is responsible for leading you down the wrong path. Harry, you were always the bright one out of us. I, on the other hand, was the hothead and failure. Robbing banks was the only thing I was good at. Hey, rolling back, I'm all yours to take. Devour my flesh and let it satisfy your palate and give your body strength. Mention. I admire both of your courage, but I still need to decide who shall it be. The older brother Dennis or the younger brother Harry? Harry, you are brave for wanting to go first. Dennis, you have shown fear, but admitted to your faults. Truly, the both of you will never get out of this prison. But what if I can make an offer to the both of you? The Willis brothers' faces were puzzled for a moment. An offer? They asked in unison. Yes, an offer that will only be a chance to be free from here. The choice is yours to make. Just how in the hell are you going to get us out of Gehenna? You can't even escape yourself, Harry mentioned. Patience, feeble human. Don't make me feed you to your plant monster. Don't make me feed you to my plant monster. Sorry, old rolling back. It won't happen again, Harry replied with fear. Good then. Now for my offer. Join my cause, and I will not take you or your brother's life. Become part of my will, and I will grant you a boon or two. Make your choice now before I change my mind. What kind of boon? Shut the fuck up, Dennis. Stop asking them all them damn questions. before he ends up consuming both of us, Harry barked. Old Rolling Back laughs for a moment. Human fear never ceases to amaze me. Harry takes a deep breath. I would accept your offer, old Rolling Back. Do with me as you please. Old Rolling Back turns to the other brother. If he goes, then I'm going too. I accept your offer, old Rolling Back. Then it said. The face from the tree disappears, and the Willis brothers were released from the vine snares. They looked up towards the highest part of the tree. They spotted a silhouette standing on a branch watching them. The silhouette had green glowing eyes. The Willis brothers were placed into a trance. They started walking towards the tree. They placed their hands on the tree and vanished into thin air. Holy moly! The Willis brothers disappeared. What did old Rolling Back do to them? I asked. Dr. Spark grins at me. Old Rolling Back took them to one of his pocket dimensions. He might set them up to get killed by a monster, or he might turn them into one of his creatures. Don't feel sad for the Willis brothers. They were notorious bank robbers that were known to kill their hostages. They belong to old Rolling Back now. I guess this is another form of Gehenna justice, I replied. You got it, Benny. Dr. Spark responded. The alarms of level 4 started to sound. The warden and August immediately knew this was a breach. Sounds of creatures that escaped their cells were being heard. Who the hell let out my test subjects? Dr. Spark asked. Warden Jabril scowled at Dr. Spark. Wait, are you saying you behind this breach? The doctor grasped his medallion nervously. No, I told my staff to make sure the cages were locked. Don't worry, I'm sure this is a breach you can't handle. A human guard came rushing to the warden in August. Status report, sir. Tell me the situation, soldier, Warden Jabril demanded. He saluted the warden and began to tell his report. Warden Jabril, a basilisk, and a hydra and a horde of ghouls are reported to be released from the cells. The basilisk had already turned a few guards into stone. The ghouls are running rampant and attacking staff. Our guards are dealing with them. The hydra and the basilisk are the real threats. Holy moly, what a day this is turning out to be, I added. Make sure to stay out of this, Mr. Hill. I don't want to see your ass getting devoured by one of these creatures, Warden Jabril replied. The sounds of heavy gunfire and roars could be heard all over the level. A ghoul made its way to us, and August quickly pitted out of its misery. August was a deadly shot with her pistol. She shot the ghoul in the head 3 times. The ghoul died instantly, and Warden Jabril nodded with approval at her. Jeremiah Wisebeard used his geomancy magic and created a stone wall to barricade us. Geomancy art style number 5. Stone wall defense. Wisebeard bellowed. August, you're with me. Let's go hunt us a basilisk. Warden Jabril yelled. Sir, she replied while cocking her gun. I watch on the screens of the area. The Hydra had 5 heads, and they are known to have high regenerative powers. Cut one of their heads off, and it will grow another one. The basilisk was a 8-legged reptile creature. It had bluish-gray scales with red spikes on its back. They are known to poison or petrify their prey. The guards were engaging the Hydra with everything they got. One of the guards was piloting a mech suit armed with missiles and a Gatling gun. He did some major damage to the Hydra, but its regenerative powers are taken into effect. Let's go confront the Hydra, Dr. Spark, Jeremiah Wisebeard said while grasping his staff. Oh, you crazy dwarf? That's a freaking Hydra. We will get ourselves killed trying to take on a Hydra, Dr. Spark replied. Jeremiah Wisebeard chuckled and grinned. I may be a wizard, but I am a dwarf. Dwarves never turn down a good fight. By the power of Dunamag, I will vanquish this terror. Let's go, men. Stand together and fight. Dr. Spark uses the medallion's power to form a force field around himself. All right, let's get this over with. Penny, stay in this area with the guards. I don't want you getting hurt, Dr. Spark advised. I want to come with you and Jeremiah. Don't worry about me. I won't get in your way, I protested. That will be unwise, lad. Stay here and watch the battles on the screens. Penny, you're a good lad. I don't want to see no harm be done to you, Jeremiah Wisebeard said. All right, I will stay behind, I lied. Good then. All right, Dr. Spark, let's go slay us a Hydra, Jeremiah Wisebeard replied. Dr. Spark, Jeremiah Wisebeard, and 12 guards proceeded down the corridors to confront the Hydra. I was being watched by 2 Broganite guards. I must think of a way to distract them. I want to witness a battle between monsters at Gehenna. I know this is a huge risk that can cost me my job or life. Heck, you only get one life. Warden Jabril and August made it to the area where the basilisks were located. Many of the guards that fought it were either poisoned or turned to stone by the basilisk's gaze. A gang of ghouls started charging at the warden. He pulled out his 2 revolvers and laid waste to them. The warden's revolvers were infused with celestial power. August shot a ghoul that was trying to get up. August shot a ghoul that was trying to get up. The ghouls were humanoid in appearance. Their skin was pale or gray. The ghouls surrounding the basilicus was dead. It was just them and the basilisk. August, be careful and try not to get caught in his gaze. Follow my lead, Warden Jabril mentioned while aiming at the creature. Sir, she nodded at him. The basilisk, man, these words, man. The basilisk roared at Warden Jabril. He wasn't terrified at all. The warden grabbed his huge golden claymore sword and prepared for battle. A grin of confidence was on his face. Looks like I would have to get my hands dirty. Prepare to be vanquished, creature of darkness, he bellowed. The basilisk tries to use his petrifying gaze on the warden. Warden Jabril was immune to the attack. He just stood in the beam of light coming from the basilisk's eyes. The warden formed a beam of light from his hand. Holy Spirit of light! He yelled while throwing a spirit of light at the creature. The attack pierced the thick hide of the basilisk. The creature howled in pain, and purple blood started gushing out of its wound. Warden Jabril grabbed his sword and started attacking the basilisk. His movement was like a blur, and the creature couldn't keep up with him. Warden Jabril sliced off a few of the creature's legs. August follows with a basic elven attack known as Gelf's acid arrow. Now it's my turn! Gelf's acid arrow, she yelled. Gelf's acid arrow was a spell that the caster used to shoot an arrow of acid at his or her foes. August's attack was successful, and the acid arrow started melting the basilisk's hide. August fired another acid arrow at the basilicus. The arrow hits the creature in the eyes, blinding it. Warden Jabril severed the creature's tail. The basilisk had no chance against the teamwork of Warden Jabril and August Daisy-Wind. Warden Jabril finishes the basilicus off by jamming a spear of light into its heart. The basilisk was dead, and victory belonged to the warden and August. Warden Jabril uses his claymore and decapitates the head of the basilisk. I had witnessed all this on the screen and was in awe. August was a deadly beauty, and Warden Jabril was a ruthless warrior. I kind of felt bad for the basilisk a little bit. That creature chose the wrong day to break out. Good job, August, Warden Jabril mentioned while sheathing his sword. You were awesome, Warden Jabril. This was a good workout for us, August replied while blushing. I agree, Miss Daisy-Wind. Now it's time to find out who let these creatures out of their cells. All I have to say is, whoever this culprit is, they will wish they weren't born. We will get to the bottom of this, Warden Jabril, August encouraged. Sadly, this was the only basilisk we had at Gehenna. I know Dr. Spark is going to be upset I had to kill it. Truth be told, I don't give a damn how he feels. Any entity or creature that tries to escape Gehenna will be vanquished by my hands, Warden Jabril admitted. Don't worry, Warden Jabril. Our agent of the IFIB will capture more unique creatures. What's done is done. You did what you had to do, sir. Restoring order and keeping the beings here contained is our top priority here at GSP, August Daisy-Wind replied with a warming smile. Thank you for your assistance, Miss Daisy-Wind. You're welcome, Warden Jabril. It's always an honor to serve under a fearless leader and a protector of the righteous, August replied. All right, family. Woo! Man, this was a lengthy chapter. It was a man. Some of these words, man. Now it's pronounced two ways. The creature known as a basilisk or basilisk is pronounced either basilisk or basilisk. Yeah. These words, man, I'm telling you, so far, this was an awesome chapter, man. I love this chapter. We got to witness some of the power of old Rolling Back, the Elder Fate. He killed some of the Squad D inmates. Now, for reference, Squad D inmates are inmates that's being housed above the normal section of the prison. And now they use Squad D inmates to be sacrificed or for experiments down in Gehenna. Because they are criminals, they probably, most of them probably on death row or they serving a life sentence. So what's good to bring them down to Gehenna to be sacrificed to a creature or to get experimented on by the mad scientists down there. But yeah, man, old Rolling Back, man, he's terrifying, and then we got to see some action, man, all I got to say, Warden Jabril and August Daisy-Wind, man, they did the damn thing, man. They slayed the hell out of that basilisk, So, hopefully in the next chapter, we'll see what will become of the Hydra, We will see how Jeremiah Wisebeard and the scientist known as Dr. Spark take on the so-called Hydra. But chapter 11 gonna be awesome too. It's just getting, it's gonna get awesome. This was an awesome chapter. I love this chapter. I love writing this chapter, But yeah. And like I said, I messed up on a few words, but that comes with the territory. So y'all excuse me, family. I messed up on a few words. Like I said, it's not our language, English, but hey, it is what it is. Oh yeah, this is a lengthy one. This was a long chapter. We about to be almost at 50 minutes. But yeah, I enjoyed this chapter, man. You had the Willis brothers. They was notorious bank robbers, Now we know, of course, You know, they will be considered Caucasians, you know. You know, and Tommy too. Tommy was a Caucasian, and now Roger, I'll make Roger be a brother. The brother ended up getting eaten by the plant monster. You know. And then the Willis brothers, we don't know what will become of the Willis brothers. Are they dead? Or what will all rolling back do to the Willis brothers? We'll just have to find out in future chapters, maybe. You know, what will become of the Willis brothers, the infamous bank robbers that are known to kill their hostages. Yeah, this was an awesome chapter, though. You know, very awesome chapter. And we got to see August Daisy win the wood elf assistant of Warren Jabril. Man, you already know she gonna be a badass. You know, she took out that ghoul, man. She popped 3 shots in that ghoul. That ghoul tried to rush them. Man, she shot that ghoul 3 times in the head. Pop, pop, pop. Hit him in the head with the headshot. Oh yeah. You know, yes indeed. Elves already deadly with them archery and bow. So you give a gun to an elf, man, they'll be deadly with a gun and a sniper rifle. You know, they good with them bow and arrows, man. Like when you watch Lord of the Rings, Legolas, man, he deadly with that arrow, that bow and arrow. You can imagine giving Legolas a sniper rifle or a pistol, man, he'd be hitting headshots like everything. Pow, 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 pow. I'm just saying, man, I'm just nerding out right quick. You know, I'm just nerding out. You know, it is what it is, man. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and prepare this and upload it to my channel. So y'all just be on the lookout for chapter 10 of Voices of Gehenna. All right. And stay tuned for chapter 11.